Yep, this could be one of those videos I'm gonna piss a lot of people off by. I'm sure of it. Because you know, that's just kind of my thing. What's up, YouTube? I haven't sat in front of a camera in about a while. If you're watching this from my main channel, I probably haven't uploaded in maybe 2 months. There will be a video explaining all that stuff that I might release in the description. It's gonna be an unlisted video. Just because you don't have to, so it's not just there, so you have to go out of your way to find it, because I'm difficult like that. Just watch that. It should be in the description. It may or may not be. I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about a new movie called It that totally isn't a Stephen King novel or anything like that. This joke doesn't make any sense. I just didn't know how to open the video, so here we go. So a few days ago, I went to see It. It was a packed fucking theater, filled to the brim, like so bad that we had to order our tickets before so that we had a seat guaranteed, because everybody else who was sitting there waiting in line, they didn't get to go see it because it was sold out, which I was shocked. I've never been to a movie that was ever sold out ever in my life. I've been to packed theaters. When I saw The Hateful Eight, it was packed. When I saw Rogue One, it was packed. When I saw, I don't know, some other movies I saw, packed theater. Get Out, I think, was packed. The point is, I've never had to actually order my tickets online. I mean, I'm sure if I saw Rogue One or A New Hope Part 2 in theaters, I would have had to buy my tickets ahead of time. It's just, I've personally never had to do this, but this just goes to show that a lot of fucking people want to see this movie. I guarantee you there's going to be a sequel at bare minimum a year from now. It's probably going to take a little longer. I don't know how fast they're going to rush it. Considering the amount of money that they're going to make off of this, it might crack $1 billion. It would not surprise me because it's doing numbers, man. On its opening night alone, I think it made like $51 million, which is, I think, more money than some Marvel movies and Star Wars movies have done. Don't quote me on that because I don't think that's a fact, but I'm just saying I believe so. But you guys were here to see what if it's a good movie, not if it's successful or not. You just want to know if you want to go out and see it, or maybe you want to hear my thoughts on it. And like I said in the beginning, I'm sure I'm going to piss some people off because I'm a little mixed about this movie. I'm hearing people calling it like the scariest movie of all time. This is like one of the best horror movies in decades. Like no, it's not. It's not at all. It's not the scariest movie of all time. It's not one of the best horror movies at all. Like, I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not dog shit. But it's not like what people are saying it is. It's not that scary at all. Just to give you guys some context, I've never read the book because that's way too fucking long. I'm not reading that. It's like bigger than a goddamn dictionary. And a dictionary's job is to give you a whole bunch of words and definitions for those words. And it's fucking bigger than some dictionaries out there, which is insane. So yeah, I've never read the book, and I've only seen like parts of the TV miniseries, which is why so many people are traumatized, because they saw that as kids, which I can understand. I know about it, but I've never watched it. You know, I've just watched like people's reviews and, you know, learned about the plot and stuff through them. But this is the newer movie that's out. This 27 remake, except it's more adaptation, because I guess they changed things. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the movie. So first off, I want to tell you guys what I liked about it, because, I mean, the acting's great. You know, there's really no dull performances. I mean, everybody does a great job. Like, even the kids actually don't suck, and kids in movies normally suck, but all these kids did great as far as acting. Like, fucking, that's a shock to me. Even Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise was pretty good. When I first saw the initial images back when there were murmurs about this movie being remade, I was like, that just looks a little like you're trying to be creepy and edgy and it's not working. But he fucking pulled it off, and it worked really well. Dare I even say better or close to Tim Curry's performance in the original. There's some creepy shit in that, but not too much because the second half of that one sucked. This movie also looks just absolutely beautiful. It's shot well. It looks good. It looks real for the most part. The effects are all right. When they're all done in camera, they look great. Some of the special effects look like special effects. Some of them, not all of them. And this movie is a hard R. The opening scene with Georgie in the water drain. I didn't think it was gonna be as gruesome as it was, and it wasn't like gruesome, but I didn't think that it was gonna go that far, but it did. And I wasn't expecting that. And, like, the dialogue, too, is very, you know, hard R. But the thing is that the kids would talk like that. To be fair, like, they're cracking, you know, talking about fucking each other's sisters like kids do. Even now, like, you know, if you're in high school or college, you know, your friends will rag on you about shit like that. You know, like that type of humor, you know, but that's how fucking kids talk, you know, so I'm not gonna complain. Like I said, it fucking works. Oh, and by the way, I totally didn't even start saying this. If you don't know about the movie It, let me give you a quick little plot synopsis. It's essentially, you know, there's this thing, it's taken the form of a clown, but essentially, if you see it, it takes the form of whatever you fear the most, but its favorite form is the clown. I'm sure a lot of you already know this. And then a whole bunch of kids are going missing in Derry, Maine, and these kids band together to because they're all being terrorized by it, and they want to try to kill it, and that's that. That's like a terrible plot synopsis, but you know, and like I said, it's based off the fucking Stephen King book that's so long that I don't think a lot of people have read it because it's very long. I mean, like, those are just the things I like about it. There's good, but there's bad. It's kind of balanced. It's weird to say. Like, every time this movie started doing something good, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then it would do something kind of dumb, and then it has this formula of, like, it does something creepy, and then it does something, like, funny right after, and then there's some dialogue, and then it goes creepy, and then a little bit of funny, and then it's the same, and it gets a little repetitive. And like I said in the beginning, it's not scary. Like, I wasn't ever scared during this movie. There's like a couple times where it gets a little tension, just some tension building, and that kind of started making me going like, oh shit, you know. But for the most part, it's not really scary. People in the fucking audience were screaming, and they were fucking freaking out. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. The best way I can describe this is like the equivalent of like walking through like a haunted house and having shit jump out at you, because there's a lot of jump scares in this movie, and that's like a big sin to a horror movie. I mean, granted, the jump scares aren't false scares, or it's not like, you know, a whole bunch of fake scares. It's just like somebody, like one of their friends, scaring them. Like the loud bangs are in company. I think that's the word that you use, by creepy imagery. But like it keeps going and going and going and going, and like it's just. Like I said, it's really fucking repetitive. Maybe you were terrified. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people were. I'm sure the average moviegoer that sees movies like fucking, you know, like The Conjuring or Insidious or Lights Out or fucking Annabelle, people who find those movies terrifying, I'm sure you're gonna freak out during this movie. But it wasn't scary in like really at all for me. And this one of the forms, I forget the name of the kid who sees this, but the form's called a leper. That had to have been the worst effect. The fucking thing looked like a pirate monster, and it looked laughably bad. That was really the only thing. Everything else was actually genuinely kind of freaky. But that was like one thing that was like really bad, like laughably bad. And I mean, at least it only focused on just like the kid portion of it, because from what I understand, the adult shit is like terrible, like really, really, really bad. And like I said, they're definitely gonna make a sequel, and it's gonna follow that. So hopefully they change that up. Because I mean, like, the story that's here, it's fine, you know, but it's good. There's a lot of good in it. But the thing is that, like, with every good thing that happens, like I said, it's just, it ruins it, you know. It does something kind of stupid, you know. Some of the decisions, I mean, for the most part, the kids are relatively like smart. But I mean, some of the decisions are kind of dumb. Like, sometimes a kid would wander off, and then, you know, it would try to get him. But, I mean, I don't know if you can chalk that up to the fact that they're kids, and that's just, like, you know, something a kid would do. I don't know. I like I said, it's a giant mix for me. This isn't horrible by any means. It was all right, you know. It was okay, you know. I had a good time, you know. Like, I mean, the theater clearly loved it, and there was a lot of energy in the theater. My God, there was a lot of, yeah, People at the theater loved it. Let's just say it was super noisy, which is why I don't like seeing horror movies in theaters, because like there's always like fucking people screaming and like yelling and laughing and shit. I don't know, just like I said, man, it's just it's okay. Like it to me it was all right. I enjoyed it. It was fine, but the thing is I know if I watch it again or later down the road, it's not gonna live up to the hype that it's getting right now. And over time, it's not gonna become a classic. Okay, I don't see it being, because I feel like it's gonna you know, if people start seeing it again, they're just gonna be like, oh, this is actually kind of dumb. I mean, this is like a 2-hour movie, right? There's like I said, there's a lot of good stuff in it. For the most part, I mean, like, there is a story there that flows, but there's a lot of bullshit in between it, and a lot of just times where it just goes somewhere just to show a jump scare. And then it goes back to like the story and stuff. There's not a lot of times where like when scary shit happens, mainly for like the first half of it, that there's really any relevance just besides just to show it. For the most part, there's like one instance with the blood in the sink where it actually kind of adds more to the plot and kind of progresses it a little bit further. But for the most part, like I said, I mean, I don't know. It's just, if it was cut down a bit, I feel like it could have worked more. Plus, once the ending kind of started coming, I was like, all right, this movie's kind of starting to drag a little bit. Like, it's still going. It feels a bit longer than it should. Like I said, it's like a 7,000-page book. You can't translate that all into film. 2 hours, I'm sure they even left out a ton in those 2 hours, even just with the kids stuff. But like I said, I mean, like, there's just certain instances where I feel like the scary shit just happens just to throw scary shit in there, just to spook the audience. And if that was cut out, it wouldn't have changed anything plot-wise, and it definitely would have shortened the running time. I don't know. That's my opinions. I'm sure I'm in the minority here, because I'm hearing so many people talk about how this is the scariest thing that's ever come out, and scariest thing this year. It's definitely one of the better horror movies out here. Personally, yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to like it. I would recommend it to a large majority of you. If for some reason, you know, I know I didn't make too many movie reviews, but if your tastes seem to be lining up with mine, or if you're the type of person that wants more than just, you know, shit popping out on you, and you want, like, I don't know, unexplained stuff and more subtlety to your horror movies, you're probably not going to like this one too much, like me. Like I said, it's not shit, but it's just okay. It's all right. It's better than some other stuff I've seen, but it's not as good as some other stuff that I've seen. It's somewhere in the middle. There's a lot of good in it. There's also a decent amount of bad in it. And personally, I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10, in my opinion. I was thinking about doing like a 5 out of 10, but like I said, I mean, there's a good amount more good in it where, like, I don't regret seeing it. I had a good time, like I said, but I don't know, overall, I thought it would be better. I mean, personally, when I first started hearing a lot about this movie, I thought it was not going to be good, so it definitely exceeded my expectations, and it's definitely better than the miniseries, to an extent, but at the same time, it's also not, like, great. It's better than what I thought, but it doesn't mean that it was a great movie. That makes sense, but that's my thoughts on it. If you guys have seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people don't agree with me on this one, but that's cool. Let me know what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. That's what the comments are for. Let's talk about it shit in the comments. That's about it for this movie review. I was thinking about possibly watching the Netflix movie Death Note, because there's a lot of controversy. And a lot of people are saying, like, look, this isn't good even just as a movie. But a lot of the people that are saying that have watched, like, the anime and stuff on it. I've never seen any of those. I didn't even know about it until this movie. So I feel like if anybody is going to actually judge whether or not it's good on a movie and not compare it to whatever other adaptation there is of it, I feel like I'd probably be a better person to do that, because I've never seen nor even heard of it before this. So I could actually let you guys know whether or not it's good as a movie. Or maybe you don't think I should be judging movies because I don't think this movie is really... just because I don't think it's that scary or anything. So maybe not. Anyways, it's just an idea. I just want to let you guys know that. That's about it, though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day. If you're waiting for shit on my main channel, it's going to come. Like I said, there should be a video in the description. You can click on that link, and it should tell you why I haven't been uploading a whole lot. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in my next movie review, movie-related video on this channel, and something else on a different channel. That's it. Goodbye.